All right. So today I just wanted to talk about mindset. I had the opportunity to, as a lot of you already know, I had the opportunity to do a HYROX event this weekend. I've never done anything like that before. I've never done like any competition, any marathons or 5Ks or 10Ks or anything like that. One of my mentors, when I first became a real estate coach, Diana Kokoska was my boss. And if you have not met Diana before, she's crazy and intense. She's extremely intelligent, has lots of flaws like all of us do. But she's just said something that I've repeated over and over and over. You guys have heard it from me before. But first you make the choice, and then the choice makes you. So my gym, who I love my gym. I go every day, pretty much Monday through Friday. And that was a choice. It was a choice to join a gym, pay money, show up. Joe and I were just talking about this earlier. He goes to F45, so does Alyssa. And he said something earlier, which I've said a ton. He's like, I love that I don't have to think. I just show up and this is my words now. They yell at me. I do what they say, and then I leave, and I feel great. And there's no thinking. I can basically shut my mind off and go. But I love my gym. And they're like, hey, there's this thing going on in Vegas. And of course, I'm like, Vegas? What? I love to go to Vegas. So they're like, yeah, they're doing this HYROX competition there. Well, a buddy of mine had done HYROX. One of my friends in Texas. He's like, oh, you'd love it, dude. And he was the same guy that told me to join F45. So I'm like, okay, what is this? He told me his time. I know him. He's a little bit older than me and doesn't quite put as much time and effort into the gym, and he got an hour and 40 minutes. And I was like, okay, I could do an hour and 20. I just decided that's what it was. And then I signed up. Now I made the choice to sign up to do the event. I didn't really know what I was getting into. So for those of you that don't know, I'll just explain what the event is real quick. And then I'm going to walk through, most of this is about mindset. I mean, you're going to hear about my journey through this, but I don't want you to focus on that. I want to pinpoint a few of the things that happened during this journey that I'm guessing all of you can relate with on some level. So let's just talk about the event. What is the event? The HYROX is 8 runs and 8 workouts. So what's a run? A run is a kilometer. You have to run a kilometer. Then you have to do a workout. So the first workout is the ski erg. Has anyone ever done the ski erg before? So it's like these 2 handles are above, and you pull them down, and you get meters. It's basically how many repetitions are going on the fan. You get meters on it, and you have to do 1,000 meters. So that takes normal human beings like 4 to 6 minutes. A kilometer is 1,000 meters. A meter is 3 feet, basically. 3.6 feet or something. I think a meter's further than 3 feet. A 1 kilometer is 0.67 miles. So 5 kilometers is 3.11 miles, just to give you some perspective. So you run a kilometer, then you do a workout. The ski erg is the first one. Then you run a kilometer. Then you do a sled push. You have to push like a 300-pound sled 50 meters. Then you do another kilometer, then you do a sled pull. You have to pull it now, 50 meters. Then you do another one, and then you have to do burpee broad jumps. You have to do burpees and then jump forward 80 meters. Then you do another one, and then it's a rower. You row 1,000 meters. Then you do another one, and it's a farmer carry with 60 pounds or something like that for, I think it's 200 meters on the farmer carry. Then you do another kilometer, then you do walking lunges. The walking lunges are, you have a 50-pound bag on your back, and you have to lunge. I'm not going to do it because I won't be able to get up. You do that for, I think, 100 meters. And then you run the last kilometer. And then you do the last event, which I think most people would agree is the hardest, which is 100 wall balls. So you have to get they judge you. You have to get your squat below parallel. And then you have to throw the ball up and hit a target. And you have to do 100 of those. Then you run across the finish line. So it does sound awful. I heard Vegas. I said yes. Then I looked into what the thing was, and I was like, oh shit, what did I do? So the first thing I want to talk about in mindset is public accountability. Okay, does anyone in here have an ego? Cool. Raise your hand if you didn't raise your hand, because you do. You absolutely have an ego. And if you don't know that you have an ego, that could be your first step to understanding you have an ego. Everyone's got an ego. Every single one of us. You know, Diana, again, going back to her, she says everyone wants to look good and be right. I spent a half hour of a coaching call earlier today with a high C. And she can't get her numbers to where she wants to be because she has to know everything. Why does she have to know everything? It's because of what I just said earlier, which Diana just etched in my soul. Is every person out there, you don't even have to know anything about them. You already know they want to look good and they want to be right. Okay, so where's our ego come into play? When I said I'm going to do the HYROX, I'm a person who says I'm going to do something, I do it. Did I want to do the HYROX after I found out what it was? No, not at all. Exactly. Mark said my ego wouldn't let me quit. And that is true. I publicly said I was doing it. People knew I was doing it. Now I'm in. So then we start doing the trainings. So I'm already doing my normal gym stuff. And then Saturdays at 9:30, we have trainings for typically like an hour and a half. And these are not my normal workouts. These are like, you know, pre-tense to Navy SEAL training, like getting yelled at and like doing all the stuff, basically pushing your body to the limits. Knowing what I know now, they were way worse than the actual event itself. They were actually they were really bad. But the coaches inside of those trainings are talking to us while we're working out. And some of the things they're saying is like, your body can do what your mind thinks it can't. Has anyone ever experienced that before? Like your mind's telling you can't run another step, but then you run another 1,000 steps, right? Or your mind's telling you can't make another call, but then you actually make another call and another call and another call, right? Our mind is constantly trying to protect us, right? You talked about the RAS earlier and you corrected me and you're right. The RAS, the reticular activating system, is about protecting you. That's what our minds are doing constantly. Your mind's like, hey, you're getting really tired. Hey, your knee hurts. Hey, your stomach hurts. Hey, you could actually just sleep in. No one really cares if you don't go. No one's really going to know if you don't make that call. These are the things that are constantly playing in our head. And fortunately, I'm going to give my coaches a shout out because they were amazing. And they're telling us this the whole time. Guys, you are capable of much more than what your mind thinks you are. So I'm going to fast forward to the race so I can get over, and then I want to open this up to you guys. And I'm going to point out a couple key pieces here. So 12 weeks of training. So 3 months of carrying this weight on my shoulders of like, I got to go to this event. I said I'm going to do it. Everyone's going. We have 23 people from our gym going down to Las Vegas. And they're going to be watching me. And come to find out, by the way, there's only 2 of us that are racing at this specific time. So 21 people that I know are like on the sidelines screaming at me and yelling at me and saying, you can do it. You're doing great. And so I don't want to let these people down either, right? It's not like I could go incognito. I even told my wife, I'm like, hey, I don't really want you to go. And she's like, well, I want to go. I'm like, I know you want to go, but I don't really want you to go because what if I like vomit and like shit myself or something? Like, I want you to still have a little bit of respect for me, like a tiny bit. So she actually didn't go. My buddy Joel went with me. Him and I went together. And so we get there. Now, by the way, leading up to this, not only did I have to do my regular workouts through the week, and then I did my HYROX workouts. HYROX, as you know, is a lot of running. I'm not a runner. I look like a runner. I'm not a runner. So I had to do extra training. And what did my calendar say, Aaron?
Run, bitch.
Run, bitch. Yeah, I'm like telling myself I got to run because I know I'm going to have to run when I get there. And I don't want to wait to run when I get there. I need to fucking run right now because I don't know if I can run. So I'm running 5Ks all the time. Like I ran like 6 5Ks. And I didn't know. I knew what my time was on the 5K. I had to get between 5 minutes and 5 minutes and 20 seconds on my average kilometer in order to hit 1 minute and 20. but that depends on how long it takes me to do the workouts. And so my first 5K I did was 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm like, holy shit, like I'm there. But then I'm like, wait a minute, am I going to be able to run this fast when after I push a sled? Like, I have no idea. I have no clue. So I'm like, that number probably needs to be better. So I keep running. My best 5K was 440 on the average kilometer. And I was like, okay, this is looking real. But then the same thing's creeping in. The doubt's creeping in. Like, yeah, but you ran and you didn't have to do any workout. Right? So all this is going through my head. And everyone's, of course, asking me, because anyone that knows anything about HYROX knows it's time. And they're like, what's your goal? And I'm telling them 120, 120, 120. It's the same ego stepping in, saying like, holy shit, you better like work to get 120 if you're actually going to get 120. So lead up to the event. Friday, it's Vegas. We go watch them. I'm actually really excited, but nervous. There's 40,000 people inside of this like convention center. And they're screaming and yelling. And there's like DJ blasting music and people dancing and people throwing up in trash cans. Like no joke, like everywhere you look, this is happening. And it's kind of intense, but I got a feel for the course. I'm like, okay, I feel good about the course. Now, we're in Vegas, so we're walking everywhere. And I'm wearing my running shoes, and I don't wear that. I only run in them. And so that night, I'm like freaking out about, like, my calves are kind of like hurting a little bit just from walking. I'm like, why are my calves hurting? I just walked. I've been running like all this time. My calves shouldn't hurt. And then I'm like, I'm not going to be able to go to bed tonight. So my mind's like, you're not going to be able to sleep. What's happening right here, by the way? What is this?
So you're creating excuses.
Why am I creating excuses?
So that when you do it,
In case you don't hit an hour and 20, you have a reason for not hitting it.
Now, I'm a coach, and I've been doing this a long time, and I've had some very frank conversations with a lot of you. Yes? I'm looking in the mirror and being like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what is happening? Talking to my wife before I go to bed. Yeah, welcome to our world. Yeah, fair. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to drink. Joel's on his 12th White Claw for the for the day, and I'm like, bro, I can't drink, and I'm sitting here, I can't go to sleep, and whatever. So I the night's over. I go to sleep. Wake up. My Whoop says I slept like shit. Of course. I actually felt good, though. I was like, hell yeah, I feel good. Go eat breakfast. Exactly the time I want to get there. I want to get there at 7. I'm the first in line. I go eat, come back. I even went and gambled a little bit because I had a few minutes to kill, and I won. So I was like, this is sick. Then I'm going upstairs. I'm getting ready. I'm putting all my stuff on. I forgot this thing I put on my feet so I don't get blisters. I'm like, F. I grab it, packing my bag. I'm making sure I don't forget anything. I'm walking down. My calves are tight on the way down. I get to the event. I check in. I've got to go to the bathroom a lot, more than just our normal coffee in the bathroom, right? Yeah. Us.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you don't. Yeah, you don't. So it's like warm-up time. It's warm-up time before the race. And I'm stretching and I'm warming up. Now, I use my warm-ups, dude. They yell at me and tell me what to do. Now I got to tell myself what to do. So I'm like trying to do all the things. I'm pushing the sled. My shoe comes off. I'm like, okay, I got to tie my shoes. That's good. I caught that. Race starts in 5 minutes. Now they put you in this big Red Bull. It's like the size of this room. It's a big Red Bull cage with lights and stuff in it. And it's like the pre-tunnel so you can launch onto the race. And they hype you up. And it's 5 minutes until time. And I'm like, I better go to the bathroom again for number 7 time because otherwise I'm going to there's no bathroom on the course. And I don't want to mess with my time. So I'm like walking to the bathroom and my knee starts hurting. Like legit. I'm like legitimately limping to the bathroom. It's 5 minutes before we got to go. I am freaking out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I spent 3 months, all this time. I did the run bitch stuff. I did all the things. And here I am, not even going to be able to run this race because I'm limping to the goddamn bathroom. Like, what is happening? I'm literally all in my head. So I hurry up, go to the bathroom. I get back. It's 2 minutes before we go in. I lay on the ground. I'm like stretching whatever the hell I can stretch. And it's lineup time. We go in. My knee still hurts. And the lady is hyping us up. And she's got this technique. She's like, breathe in all the good shit. Breathe out all the bad shit. And we do this like 6 times. And there's 60 dudes. And this, like, we're crammed inside this Red Bull tent. And it's time to launch. And my knee is like, kind of like, it's there, but not there. And all of a sudden, we launch, and the time doesn't start until you go out of the thing. It like everything clocks you on your leg, so you get an exact time. And I just start running, and I didn't feel anything with my knee. But I'm trying to think, like, why did my knee hurt before this event? Like, what is the universe telling me? What is my body telling me? What is my mind telling me? And all of this, Brent, I'm convinced is in my head. All of this. I was limping, like that was legit. But I'm like, what is happening? So I start running and we start going. And, long story as short as I can make it, as I'm getting to the finish line, and I just so I can get to some other stuff here. As I'm getting to the finish line, I'm looking like 120 is very real. It's looking really fucking good. Like unless I like die or something, like I'm going to get 120. And all my friends are there cheering me on from the gym. And I can't even focus on them. I can hear them, though, and see them. And we're getting to the wall ball station. I come in, and it's like we're an hour and 10 minutes in. And I'm on the wall balls. And as I'm doing the wall balls, like, it's everything I can do to get low enough and everything I do to get high enough. And the people are like, from me to Josie, my friends, are like filming me and screaming at me. And I'm asking the lady where I run, and I run across the finish line, and it was 1 minute or 1 hour, 14 minutes and 54 seconds. So it felt really fucking good. And I'm down there and I'm like a little emotional. I'm crying and like trying to, like, it's 3 months of the weight of this choice I made, all culminating to that one moment of crossing the finish line. No one in there knows my journey, right? On that moment, no one in there. They know their journey. No one knows my journey. And it was just like, it hit me like a ton of freaking bricks. But to go through all of that and just recap the mentality side behind it of like, what is happening? All I could think about is the people I love and the people I work with and the people I get to coach every day and the mental shit you are going through. Because you made a choice to become a real estate agent. You made a choice to hit a certain goal. You made a choice to this is your career to provide for your family. And where is your body and where is your mind sabotaging you? And how do we help you? Like, how do we as coaches help you overcome the things that you definitely can be overcoming?
Just like your body can go when your mind thinks it can't, your success can go significantly further than you can even fathom.
100%. 100%. So the key takeaways for me in this, and I know we got to land the plane here, and there's so much more. I like screwed up on the sled pulls. I thought I only did 3, but then I actually did 4, and I wasted like 30 seconds on it. And then I had 40 minutes to like run and be pissed off about it. So probably helped me run faster, by the way. But landing the plane, a couple things I think is like, what choices have you made? I would just write that down. Like, again, think about the choice. I made one choice to go do a HYROX, and it caused me to take this journey of like doing hard shit that, we all have to do hard shit. I think about the cold plunge. Like, one of my number one benefits of a cold plunge for me is just proving that I can do shit that I don't want to do. I mean, the body effects are debatable, and there's all sorts of research that says good and bad and all this stuff. Like, I don't give a shit about that. When I do it and I prove to myself that I can do something that sucks, everything else that sucks a little bit less. Mm-hmm. That's exactly how I feel about this HYROX event. I'm like, holy shit, that was hard. And man, my ego of like 1 hour and 20 minutes is definitely what pulled me through. So like, where is your ego benefiting you? And how can you manipulate your ego to benefit you? Because it can. You can make your ego get you the goals you want without being egotistical. We all have ego, right? But what are some other things you're hearing in this journey? What are you guys hearing? Who's next?
Welcome to Division One athletics, right? Have we not experienced this? So you experienced it for the first time, and it's awesome. But at some point, you had to make the decision for yourself. Your coach could not go with you. And I think as real estate agents, we have amazing coaching here. We have a lot of people supporting us, but at some point, we have to make the decision that it's time for us to fly. And that can't come from anyone else but from us.
Yeah. Yeah, to say what you just said a different way, my coach can't run the race for me, right? I can't make the calls for you. So what else?
Yeah.
What else? Go ahead.
What goes through my head is the saying, you can lead a horse to water, right? But the horse,
You can't make him drink.
you can't make it drink. But the right environment can make you thirsty, right? So, do you guys want me to drop the mic now? Okay. Who else?
What else is going through your head? What about your own journey? Like, does anyone have any of their own stuff that they're, without a 30-minute story, but does anyone have their own stuff that they're thinking of? Because that's my hope for you. It's not about the race or any of that crap. I don't care if you ever do a HYROX or any 5K or 10K or marathon, but where are you challenging yourself?
Where do I set my own roadblocks?
Yeah, where are you sabotaging yourself? What's getting in the way? That person's need that I was coaching earlier today, her need to be perfect, is 100% sabotaging her results. And we spent 30 minutes just talking about that. That was all we talked about. So give me one more thought. Okay, 2, 3. Here we go. So let's give that to Kim. We'll start with Matt. Matt, Kim, then Carrie.
I'm just thinking with the combination of like the Raz conversation this morning. I had an experience when I did the John Muir Trail. My first day was like 17 miles. And day 2, I'm like, here's all the reasons I can't keep going for the next 2 weeks. And it turns out I was doubling my mileage by the time I was done. And now I'm sitting here thinking, what do I need to do to reprogram my Raz to stop protecting my ego and stop giving myself excuses? Like, oh, but I enjoy newborn snuggles in the morning. Like, then I need to get up at 5 in the morning, do all the other stuff that I need to do. And I think it's just a good wake-up call to reprogram the Raz.
I think it's good to gamify everything too, like this was a challenge for you, but if we make our own little challenges and just kind of gamify it, I think to me it makes it more fun and I don't know, easier to accomplish.
I think for me, it's the stretch goals, right? You thought 120 was a stretch goal and you killed it. So it's like, what else are we doing to, think we're setting these stretch goals? And when you actually go out and tackle it, like, can you do even better? Like,
Well, and on top of that, that 120 didn't happen overnight.
yeah.
That was, you said 3 months of culmination. Plus, I'm sure also just however many years you've been going to that gym, right? Like that's,
By the way, it was 114.54. So quit calling it 120.
well, under 120 was the goal and he smashed it, right? But like that didn't happen just because you woke up one day and decided to do it. It was a lot of grit.
No, it doesn't happen on accident, which is a good point. And I do think that it's good to put those pieces in place, because that one choice, by the way, like here's the things you don't know. As I drank, I don't know, probably 5% of what I normally drink over the last 3 months. I ate probably 95% better than I've ate the last 3 months. I prioritized things because I didn't want to miss certain things, which means I prioritized things here. I was like, I had to get certain things done in time because I wanted to run during the daylight and I wanted to run outside. I didn't want to run on a frickin' tread, which means I had to be done here at a certain time. And there's all sorts of downstream benefits that happen. So where should you make a choice in your life that's going to just change everything for you? That's what I want to impart on you guys. So thanks for listening to the story. There's a lot more fun stuff, maybe over a beer now that I'm not training. We can talk about. So
Does it say you sign up for your next one?
yeah. Yeah, I'm already thinking like in my head, by the way, just as you were saying, you said 120, whatever. I'm like, how do I get 110? What do I got to do? That would be for me. Or I'll go back. Maybe.
Don't push the sled 4 times.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. All right. So gratitude. Can you pick 2 people on Zoom to give us some gratitude? And then is there anyone dying to share gratitude in here? Going once. Okay, perfect. So
Let's go Brittany and Doug.
Brittany, share who or what are you grateful for? Doug, you're next.
I am grateful that we can do these team meetings online so that I can spend the rest of the day with my husband, who I neglected yesterday because I was doing a model home. And we're gonna go see Wuthering Heights.
Stop.
We'll see how it goes.
You're going to go see what?
Wuthering Heights, however you say it.
That's a new movie with Mark
Oh,
Wahlberg
Oh.
and Jake Lordy. It's just a smoke show.
There's a cute boy, apparently. Okay, cool. All right. Doug, you got some gratitude for us?
I do. Thank you for asking. Beautiful day, enjoying the weather. Great to connect with you guys, and just very, very thankful. I was able to spend time with my mama this weekend, and she's 88 years young, and it was a wonderful time hanging out with my mother. So very grateful for my mom.
Oh, very nice. All right, McKenna, get us out of here.
I'm very grateful that USA beat Canada in hockey. It's a fantastic game. A big Jack Hughes fan, so that was awesome to watch.
You cried at the end when they took.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I was.
I cried in my bed last night.
Well, thank you guys so much. I'm grateful that I don't have to train for the race anymore for now. Have an amazing week, guys. Appreciate you.